This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
We'll start in just a second, guys. We got to get our videographer here.
Sorry, we were waiting on one clip of video.
Oh, she need a second?
Yeah, just a second.
All right, so while he's getting squared away, I'll just get you the rundown of the conference here. So I'm going to provide the opening and a little bit of background of the events of today, and then I will subsequently defer to Deputy Chief James LaRochelle that will provide you some more details, more than what we knew out on the street earlier today. We will not be opening this for Q&A because we're still too early in the investigation to provide you some accurate information. So it'll only be fact-based today in this conference. I think it's just important for us to convey to the public that it's a static scene. And then Jim will go through the details, and then subsequently the PIO will provide probably a written statement as we receive information as a result of investigative efforts. Okay? Everybody good? Carlos, you good? All right, well, let's kick it off. Well, as you very well know, I'm Sheriff Joseph Lombardo, and I'm here to brief you with more information about the deadly stabbing this morning on the Las Vegas Strip, this afternoon. I think first we need to express our condolences to the families of the victims in this tragic event. Information on the victims will be provided after notification of the families. What we do know at this time is a combination of locals and tourists that are the victims of the crime. I want to emphasize what I said to you earlier. The suspect is in custody. The Strip is secure, and our investigators are working to process the scene. We're also working to reopen the boulevard as soon as possible. So the steps that we're trying to achieve now is to ensure the victim is properly taken care of, and within the confines of the law and what we need to do, which is proper. And then we will condense the crime scene down to a manageable size so that we can have ingress, egress of the people along the Las Vegas Boulevard corridor. LVMPD works tirelessly not only to keep our residents safe, but to ensure the safety of the millions of people who come to Las Vegas every year. These types of crimes require a quick and robust response to stop the threat as soon as possible. I'm very proud of LVMPD and our ability to be eyes on and physically on to take this suspect into custody in a matter of minutes from the crime being committed. LVMPD has done a fantastic job, in my opinion, in responding to crises in the past and into the future, in our ability to stop the threat as soon as possible. It's very difficult in one-off events such as this to prevent it from happening without any intelligence that it may occur. But it's important for people to realize the response is as important as it is in preventing it, to stop the harm and the loss of life associated with these types of events. So at this point, I will bring James LaRochelle forward to provide you further details. Thank you.
Again, I'm Deputy Chief James LaRochelle. LaRochelle is L-A, capital R, O-C-H-E-L-L-E. And I'm here to brief you on a murder investigation that has multiple victims. There 2 of those victims are deceased as I speak, and 6 additional victims who have been stabbed. The location of this incident is on the east side of Las Vegas Boulevard, the 3100 block north of Sands and Spring Mountain, on the sidewalk area. What we know, again, this is an early briefing. This incident occurred approximately 3 hours ago, so the information I have you is forthcoming very quickly here, but we wanted to relay it to you best as possible under those circumstances. The initial altercation or the initial stabbing occurs on the sidewalk area. It appears unprovoked. There is no altercation beforehand. That stabbing occurs quickly, and then the suspect subsequently goes southbound on the sidewalk area and stabs additional victims. 5 victims there, and there was an additional victim on the south side of Sands also, so a total of 8 victims, again, 2 of which now are deceased, 3 in critical condition. The other victims are at the hospital. The suspect fled from there, going eastbound on Sands, and was followed by concerned citizens that were calling in, and was ultimately contacted by Sands security guard and LVMPD personnel officers where he was taken into custody. As I speak, this is what we can relay to the public on the suspect. The suspect is a Hispanic male adult. He appears in his early 30s. He does not appear to be a local resident, that he is in our community recently. We are continuing to identify him, to confirm his identification. He identified himself verbally, and certainly we want to do a workup on that and find out who's his true identity. And from there, we will relay it to the community and to the media, and asking your help to help us further that investigation. The weapon that was used in the attack is a large knife with a long blade. We did recover that weapon, and we enacted the major case protocol in this type of investigation. Again, that's where we have all hands on deck. We use all available resources. So we want to resolve this case as quickly as possible and present the facts quickly to you and the community as quickly as we can. We are thankful, as the sheriff mentioned, to our first responders, the help that was rendered at the scene, both by them and the community. Thankful for the community being witnesses to this. And as you can imagine, we have scores of witnesses to continue to get statements from, and we have a number of video surveillance that we have to get through here in the immediate future. We do have video of the suspect that as he was fleeing and in the vicinity of the area. He is, as you can see to my left, the video, he is running southbound. Help orientate you to the video. That is the corner of Sands and Las Vegas Boulevard North. He is now turning to go eastbound on foot, and he is followed and is taken in custody several hundred yards down the street from here by the Sands security. And again, we want to extend our heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims and to the victims themselves. This is clearly a very tragic and hard to understand, hard to comprehend murder investigation that deeply impacts our community. And again, we're thinking of them and have them in our thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as like I said, the Public Information Office will be in constant contact associated with this event, and I'm sure we'll be able to answer your questions in due time. So please give us some time as we work through this dynamic investigation. But I also want to confirm that the scene is static, meaning that it is stable. There is not any unknown or unaware suspects at this time, and we will be able to open for normal business here shortly. So thank you for your time.
You've been watching Breaking News from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.